Okay, so I had just noticed that uh, putting something on that says the event, it really gets people attention. It seems like so. I don't know if there's more people waking up to there's something more going on, or I don't know, but I just thought um, I should talk about it some more, take it more serious because people are trying to find out more information about it. So, and sometimes I think I talk about stuff as if you kind of already know some of the stuff. And it's, when actually talk to human beings, not my phone, then I find out, yeah, people do not know a lot of stuff that is going on, especially spiritual stuff. And, and I'm not somebody who just going to go like, get one person's information and, jump on and say, oh, that's it. No, it takes a lot of research, and I've been doing it for a long time on the spiritual stuff. And you don't just go in and just read only when you're looking for stuff and you're trying to find information, especially right now, man. Right now, it's just misinformation galore. They're desperately, desperately trying to hold on because I kind of, to me, I said before about going on and watching that show on Gaia, Initiation, with that, I think his name is Marcus DiStefano or something like that. Mario DiStefano. Seems like a head's in it. But anyways, he's saying stuff that I feel is 100% our actual history of human beings. And, I think go on and listen to that. David Wilcock, that guy has been getting out so much good information. He's got so many books. He goes live. He's very long-winded. He's got a lot to say, but he knows a lot of stuff. And, through all the personal attacks on him, he's still sharing it. So he's got a lot of good stuff. And, I like Allison Coe's stuff. I like her. I think she's somebody who's really trying to, share information. I think she has good intentions. I think all these people have really good intentions, and it's a shame that there's people who think that that's acceptable to attack and bully others. But they gotta learn. But as for me, I was looking through like came at it from disclosure because I was being told when I was a little kid by the voices in my head that we were a science experiment, that they're watching us. That, I mean, we are we are we were we are the aliens science experiment. And they were telling me all this stuff when I was a little kid, and people would tell me other things, and they would tell me the truth. And that Marcus or Mario, whatever, just the guy on Initiation, his stuff matches the stuff that I was getting told. So, and I don't know him. Anyways, I believe that everybody has this inner voice, but not everybody's listening. And so when I was, I guess, I don't know, a lot of stuff happened during the lockdown and growth. That's when I was listening to a lot of channelers. I was like going on and listening, like, what's the difference? What there happens with them and what happens with me? So I wanted to go on and hear like them explain it. And that's when I realized, oh, there is no difference. So there's just so many of us. Everybody has it in them, but not everybody's able to listen and translate yet. But everybody has someone talking to them. You all have somebody watching over you. Any of those times when you're like, oh, I feel like someone's watching me. They are. They're always watching you. Don't do things you're be ashamed to do in front of your grandparents because they're watching. And that's where the thing is, where people get this idea in their head, like there's all the separation, ghosts, aliens, and demons and angels and stuff. It's not a separation like costumes or something. It's a vibration. It is, it's where they are vibratory. And as a soul, you always want to go up. You want to be, up there. You want to understand all things. That's why you're even being born. So I think that, and also in my going and trying to find out, that's how I saw the red pill stuff and started seeing the truth of the media and all the lies that were being said, and the astrology stuff. Then you start seeing how the planetary alignments have a significant impact on what is going on the planet. So that's another thing. Go in and watch some stuff about that. Like, there's a lot of things to go in and watch so you can complete your own puzzle, get the full story in your head where you feel aligned, where you feel like it makes sense. Don't just listen to what other people are saying. Only take it as just a part of your reference material. Go in and look for the stuff yourself. That is such an important thing right now, as breaking free from the system as a conscious being. So, in the ascension is the planet is the whole solar system, is ascending, it's expanding, and the earth is moving forward, and human beings have shown themselves to be, I don't know what I want to call them, because human beings are not just human beings. I mean, you've got all sorts of beings from all over the place that are coming here to go through this experience as well, to go through any experience on this planet. And this planet is a very difficult planet because of the third dimension and the polarity, the things you have to go through to experience to be successful and learn and gain knowledge. But it's all very painful stuff, when you're going through it. You go through some shit. and it's the challenges that create who we are, and overcoming the challenges. And, that's what defines you to yourself. To learn about your resilience, to learn about your creativity, to learn about, all the substance that makes you who you are. And so, on this planet, we have been very controlled for a long time. And I think it's kind of like, there was certain beings that kind of took it to another level of control. And, that there's been a lot of enslavement of humanity and control, but people are waking up, and people are starting to question their reality and starting to see things in a different way. And that is part of the ascension. That's part of the great awakening. The souls understanding what they are, because forever we've been, it is like I can see it. Like, when they show me this stuff and explain it to me, I can see it, but it's really hard. Like, that's why I say, like, the translation, recognizing the parts where the communication, to me, that I think the people have the hardest things with, is the translation. That's hard. The translation is a lot easier once it happens and you can see. Like, and then you go, oh, that's what you were saying. Okay, I get it now. So translation, trust. A lot of people don't trust. I mean, I still have people telling me, oh no, I just create my thoughts. It's like their brain's just in there just creating thoughts. I see our brain as a processor, an antenna. You're receiving information. And yeah, I don't think that's, our brains aren't just to be in there creating thoughts. It is, I just don't see it that way. And so the trusting and the, oh, there was another one too that seems like people have such a hard time with. But anyways, everybody has communication. But those are the things you got to work on if you're going to, try and start communicating with them, and if you're constantly, every time that something good happens, like you do something and oh yeah, I did this and it was all me and stuff like that. And, really you're getting little voices in your head telling you, oh, do this, do that, do it with this, do it with that. And you think your brain's just creating these little voices. And then you take all the, puff up your ego like, fuck, I'm a superhuman. It's better to acknowledge your guidance, because then they'll keep giving you more. They love to give, but they also want to be recognized as being like, that they're working with you. Nobody wants to just be ignored. I mean, they're actual spirits, or however you want to see them. That's up to you. But yeah, and I think it's important to realize that you have a team behind you, working with you, trying to get you to wake up, trying to get you to realize shit. So, for me, I had to go through a lot of really hard things, and I've talked about them before, to even get to the point to start focusing on my spiritual side. I had to lose everything. I had to get a brain injury. I had to go through a lot of hard stuff. And so, and then getting the brain injury and then having to just rebuild. And I could have just given up. Many of us could just give up. But we're a quitter. And are we really quitters? I don't think so. I think that we are resilient beings. So, human beings, have proven now that we can understand, we have a certain way of looking at things that was an expectation as a conscious being by the other higher conscious beings, like we have shown that we can, but that's the part right here with the event, because the event's coming. I mean, that's been written in ancient texts. It's been, all sorts of channelers have been saying it for a long time. People under hypnosis now are saying it. You've got all sorts of people, channelers, getting information from other beings and stuff like that. And it's all saying the same thing. And so, you should probably listen. And so the whole thing is, the way I see it is, this is multi-layered. You've got your personal stuff, we've got the collective, we've got humanity as just the whole thing, the planet, there's a lot going on. And so when this solar flash occurs, then it's a surge of like vibratory surge, it's gonna be like I don't know, like if you hit one of those little wand things and go, you can hold up to your ear, those vibration things. That is how it is, like this giant surge is going to go out like that in a big wave. And when it does, it's going to move stuff. And the earth is going to move. The moon, I heard, is not going to, I don't even know if we're going to have a moon anymore. But our planetary system is completely changing. And this has been written, forever. It's been being warned to us over and over and over. And the whole thing is when that happens and the earth goes up into this other vibratory place, you have to have a high enough vibration to be there, on a soul level, like when you're in dead space and, you can create whatever you want in your dead space, but you can't go past where you vibrate. So if you're um, vibrating in a certain knowing and understanding of the universe, maybe it's just at the third dimensional. Well, like we're seeing so many people right now, they're so caught up in the three dimensions, they can't even comprehend anything outside of themselves. See, feel, hear. This is it. And that is very, they're completely oppressed. They're completely controlled. And they don't have any recognition of it. They don't even see it. That's a soul that hasn't become aware of its circumstance, of itself yet. They're still in the chains holding them back. You have to break free from those chains. You have to break free from the system. You can't, and breaking free from the system doesn't mean you have to go out and blow it up. It just means in your head, you've got to break free from what's controlling you. You have to start recognizing what's controlling me. What makes me think the things I think? Why am I doing this? Is that really what I want to do? Why am I reacting this way? Is that really how I want to react? Do I really want to be judgmental? Do I really want to stereotype? All these things that we've been taught to be. And it's all been to keep us controlled because they didn't want us to get to this part. They like this. I mean, right now they're just fucking working hard as fast as they can to get people. I mean, they want little AI robot people that can't reproduce, eat what they're told, sleep when they're told, that they, once you have certain things inside of you, like, they can just turn you off like a machine. And yeah, that's, they want to control consciousness. And you have to realize you have one, that you are one, if you don't want to be controlled. You have to wake up to that stuff. So all this stuff that's happening now, it's going up to the event. And the event's getting closer and closer. I mean, with these people who are going in and getting these hypnotic sessions for healing and stuff, and that's what they're talking about. And that people are all saying the same things, like, and then you've got people who are having dreams that are saying the same kind of things. So the whole thing is when the planet goes up, if your vibration is low, you can't go. That's why the solar flash, it will not, because that one session that Allison Coe was talking about, that the person said that even the people who remained, which was not a lot of people, I think she said like 20%, and they seemed like mostly light workers and starseeds and stuff that were going to ride the wave of the ascension, or the actual solar flash on this planet. And that it was very, very intense. Like people were falling down and having convulsions and stuff. The other people all just left the planet. So, and maybe that's what your soul came to do, is just leave the planet. I don't know. You don't just do what I say because I'm saying it. You have to go inside and listen to what your guidance is. We don't all get the same path, follow your path. And because as far as I understand it, raising your vibration is all about healing, loving, accepting, getting out of the things they've trained us. They've trained us to be one way, but you've got to break free of all of the stuff that you've been trained, because it's all been to control and oppress, and they use fear. That's the whole thing. There's so many people right now too who are so caught up in the Bible, like it's 100% correct. I mean, it's part of the manipulation. And I think there's going to be a lot more stuff coming out with other books and stuff of the Bible that's going to be released. And but still, no matter what, it is just another book of information of someone trying to get a message out to the future humans. And I personally think a lot of the stuff is written like in metaphors, analogies, and comparisons and stuff, because it's a way of communicating, is to show somebody something so that they can understand it on another level. Like, it just is a way that it helps people to understand things. So I think it's all written like that kind of stuff. And I bet there's so many people are just taking it so literal. So many people just, and all of that stuff is three-dimensional thinking. To think that we've got angels and devils and, this three-dimensional character up there called God and all that stuff. It is, that's all three-dimensional thinking. So, if a soul is stuck at three-dimensional thinking, they're getting an opportunity right now to move forward. And whether or not they take the opportunity doesn't really matter, because we're working on infinity forever. You've got forever to do this. You can do it, because once you do it, I'm pretty sure once you go up, there's nothing to do. So you just go back down and help other people so that they can move up. It's just, and then, the solar systems just expand and more opportunities and more creation and more things for our souls to do. We start creating that stuff. So, there's just no reason to just be like, if you're totally caught up in three-dimensional thinking, then, enjoy it, I guess. I don't know. I'm in a different reality than that. But so when it goes up and it goes, they're saying it's going to be a fourth or fifth dimensional planet. So all the lessons that were in a third dimensional planet, like you come in to learn the lessons, and it's all built on these geometric pattern structures of how what you come here to learn. And you yourself goes through these geometric patterns as a soul so that you can play all the parts. Like, you have to play all the parts to have an inner knowing of what all the parts mean. Because that's what releases us from judgment. It's what releases us from, a lot of stuff. Because judgment is just one aspect. There's so much of it's about control, manipulation. It just has a lot of stuff attached to it. We want to break free. We're breaking free from all that stuff to move into the other, because the other, which, is also going to be the age of Aquarius. And the age of Aquarius is all about love and abundance and freedom and stuff like that. But we're also going into this higher dimension where we as a soul, in order to be there, have to be of a higher mind. So we can't be just caught up in the three-dimensional stuff. And like I said before, if you are caught up in just, three-dimensional and you just don't get it, what is everybody talking about, then you don't worry. They're just going to move you to another three-dimensional planet. You get to go through the same experiences. It may be a little different. Each one's going to have its own lessons. It's like their own university for a soul to learn. But this one that we're on right now, when it goes up, it's going to go into fourth, fifth. You have to be able to withstand that vibration to be there. But you have to also be of that kind of mindset, of not wanting to control others and being there for others and helping. And it's a different way of living than what we've been experiencing on this planet for a long, long time. And, you know, the whole thing is not every soul is here for the same purpose right now. Yeah, there's lots and lots that are here for the ascension. But, you know, when I talk to some people, I have to leave the conversation and just be like, okay, I mean, they're just not here for the same reason. They don't even see things at all how I see them. So, yeah, I mean, and everybody's here for their own thing, their own growth, you know, and, you know, they're always talking about old souls and new souls and stuff like that. Any soul that is in a human has been around a while. You don't just, you know, come out of soul world and go straight into a human. You have to go through the different levels to even get to the point where you can go into a human being, or any being for that matter. You have to start, you know, as energy, and then you have to start even realizing that you can control something. You have a consciousness, that you aren't, it is energy imagining itself, like starting to hear itself, you know. And so any of the souls that are here, you know, none of them are just like, oh, you know, it's a poor baby soul, it's just a baby soul. But there's a lot of experiences in a three-dimensional, I mean, murder, a lot of stuff that people need to experience because it helps their soul to grow. So, you know, if those people still need to go through painful things to experience them so that they can grow, then, but, you know, there's definitely going to be people who will not go on to what they call the new earth. The new earth is going to be in another place, and it's going to be completely different of how we live. It's not going to be anything like how we live now. And, you know, so all the people who are all caught up in politics and all the bullshit, you know, and who's going to run and all that stuff is all, you can focus on it, you can hold on to it, you can just, you know, and maybe you're going to go to a planet that's where they're doing that, because it's not going to be like that on the new earth. It's going to be very, very different. It's not going to be about control and, you know, people. We're breaking free from having people tell us what to do. We're breaking free from listening to what others say is the right way or wrong way. It is an individual soul having to figure out for its own individual soul what is right and what is wrong. And that's a soul understanding itself, you know, and not being controlled and manipulated. So yeah, in fourth and fifth dimension, yeah, that's not going to be, there can be some kind of government structure, but it's not going to be anything like this. Nothing at all. So we don't even need, to me, it's a waste of time to be talking about like what we're going to do in 2024 or 2022. What we're going to do is 2021, watch the people who were done some shitty things to humanity get their consequences. And then we're going to watch some people freak the fuck out and try and gain their sanity because, yeah, we're going to go through the solar flash here coming up pretty quick from what I hear. And so, you know, the smartest thing you can do, to me, if you really want to be like, you know, I feel like I'm here for the ascension. I feel like I'm here for my soul growth. I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to do. I just feel lost. There's so much drama and there's so much pain and suffering in the world and all that stuff. And you know, you gotta turn off all of the noise outside. Turn off the TV. Turn off. Sometimes you need to even turn off, especially the newer music. They're doing stuff with frequency to fuck with your head and stuff. So, you know, go back and listen to some Louis Armstrong or something. Go in and listen to some fucking soul music. Something that, you feel inside your heart, not just like fucking with your head to keep you tense and nervous and ready to murder. That's what they want. They just want us all to murder each other, make it easy for them. Because they only want a few of us here. They want to run this place. So, anyways, if you really are just like, I feel like I'm here for this and stuff like that, you got to just turn off all the programming, get really centered, and start just worrying about yourself and how to raise your vibration. And there's tons and tons of people talking about it. And I've talked about it a lot of times because so many people just get so stuck on you have to stop eating meat. You have to stop doing this. You have to stop doing that in order to raise your vibration. I don't go by that rule myself. I think you got to tune into your body over food. It's not a one size fits all deal. All bodies have different needs. Don't think like because somebody else can go be a vegan for 25 years and that means that you can, because your body may not accept it and you're making your body sick by trying to do it and forcing your body to do something to please some other paradigm, some other thing. You have to get in touch with your own body, what's going to be best for your body, and have gratitude and stuff. That raises your vibration. Not judging somebody. When somebody does something stupid or shitty, just be like, oh, well, they just don't see it. You don't have to go in and get caught up in drama. You don't have to go in and fight with people. You don't have to convince anyone of anything. It's not your problem. You just have to, find ways. Because to me, the best way to me about raising your vibration is just connecting with yourself, turning off the programming, and focusing on what's important. Go out and go out for a walk at the park. Get out in nature, because there is so much healing vibration that they bring in. Get out of the city. If you live in a city and it's just, you're feeling people's emotions and you don't even know it. You're feeling all this chaotic energy coming from other people and you don't even realize it. So just, go out and take some walks. Try and get centered. Listen to your body about the food, about sleep, about everything. Don't push yourself, because you're pushing yourself to try and, it is like, we try and, like they set up all these parameters of what is a good person, what isn't a good person, and what we need to do and how we need to be and all that stuff. But it's all fake. It's not real. It's all just their way of controlling us. And we've done it for so long, and they've been doing shitty things behind our backs while we've been being compliant. And that's going to be really hard on some people. But the best thing, I think, if things really do start just going into this complete violence and stuff, just stay in your house. I mean, they've showed us how to keep ourselves locked down at this point, Start getting yourself prepared to, have food and stuff. Start, I think, doing like yoga and stuff like that. It's more for your mind, body, spirit. It isn't just going to the gym and lifting a bunch of weights, because you have to do, it's a connection and breathing. And when you go into your stretches and stuff, it is, there's a connection that happens. So, do some practices like that. That's really important. And, taking time for yourself and meditating, just sitting and not having, turn your phones off. Your phones they're meant to just keep our brains constantly like, just go, 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 go. There's so much stuff that is created to keep us anxious and on edge and hopeless and helpless. It's all artificial. You can find your power inside yourself. But yeah, so when this solar flash happens, they're going to be taking people off. I've heard that for a long time. That's why, all these aliens and stuff, they're all involved. This isn't just us. This is everything. And that's why the government is under pressure right now. The controllers are under pressure right now because the aliens have said, hey, these people got to know what's going on. They got to know there's about to be a solar flash. They got to know the truth. They got to know what's going on here. So, yeah, there's going to start being a lot of disclosure. And, yeah. I mean, any of us who have been paying attention know they can't hold back the truth anymore. I mean, the dam is breaking. It's just coming out all over the place, the truth. And they may be repressing it still, but yeah, it's going to go. And then, yeah, all these people that are so asleep, I was hoping that they would just feel the pain and humble themselves and, start focusing on what was important. But, those people are saying that they are seeing that it's going to be all out chaos. These people are just going to lose their fucking minds. So, yeah, if that's the case, I know for myself, I'll still be in my little cabin in the woods for another whatever till the flash comes. I'm not going to go out and try and because it really is true. Once you leave it mentally, once you see it, you see it. You can't go in and play anymore. It's so hard just to talk to people who are caught up in it. You can't even have a normal conversation. So yeah, there's no fucking way I'm gonna, I want to go out. I want to go do stuff. I want to go, be out and socialize and hang out with friends and stuff like that. But I'm not going to go out in the middle of a fucking war zone. So I say, yeah, get your groceries and stuff. Get everything ready, and just stay focused on your own spiritual growth in your house. You can have the whole world burning down around you and you can still focus on your spiritual growth in your house. It doesn't matter what everything out there is doing. Just focus on what's in here. And, that's my advice because the event is coming without a doubt. And, there's just been everyone trying to figure out when it's coming. And, and who knows if it really will be July, because that's the thing is so many people, and I've seen this just over the last year, how many people just lose their minds. If somebody gives them a date and it's something doesn't happen on that date, they lose their damn minds. It's like, oh my God, people, get with the program. Timelines, you can't just go in and say, oh, okay, on this exact day. That was the crazy thing about that stuff where, they were predicting stuff in it. I mean, because I wasn't listening to it the first couple of years. When I came in, there was already stuff that was happening that was predicted down to the day. I was like, what the fuck? They've got looking glass. They've got, they're seeing stuff. There's no way that they could know this shit. Say it a couple years before it happens to the day. No fucking way. So, yeah, when the rest of us are trying to guess on dates and stuff like that, timelines are constantly have a shift happening. It can be the same thing that's going to happen. No matter what, the event will happen. But all of the stuff from here to there, it's fluid. It's moving. And there's no way that you can just be like, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. Unless you do have the looking glass thing or some kind of way for dates. I don't know. I don't get caught up in dates. I mean, I get stuff told to me I just don't get caught up in dates. And I'm shocked how many people, like, a date comes and goes and they lose their fucking minds, and then they think, oh, it's not happening. It's all wrong. It's all crazy. And then they just go from person to person trying to find somebody, please give me information. And if you're feeling that way, if you're feeling stressed and you're just going from person to person, just trying to find someone to make the world make sense to you right now, the only way it's going to make sense is going inside. And it's a very hard place, apparently, for a lot of people to find. It's like sitting right there with you all the time, but people just can't find it. They can't even figure it out. And I'm just, I assume because I had to go through so much tragedy is why I could. I was like forced. It was either you do this or you're not going to make it. So, yeah, I don't know. And that's why I kept thinking it was going to be like all these come to Jesus moments. It was going to get people to wake up so that they could find their own personal, their connection to self. But yeah, a lot of people just can't even comprehend it. So, yeah, well, it's definitely coming. And, whether or not it's actually going to be July 2022, I mean, even in the thing where she was talking, they said that once this stuff starts happening, once disclosure, and this has been said for so many channelers and stuff, once disclosure starts happening, that's gonna take on its whole energy. So, and that's gonna be part of what brings in the energy for the solar flash. It is like we're all connected. Like this all is connected. And so, yeah, what if it's going to be December 2021? What if it's going to be February 2022? Maybe it's going to be July 2022. Maybe it's going to be August 22. No matter what the date is, it's still coming. It's definitely coming. That is happening. This isn't the first time. This isn't going to be the first cataclysmic event on this planet. And, some souls will go with it and some will leave the planet and go somewhere else. And, that's just the way it is. And if you really want to use this time, like a lot of other souls, to grow and expand yourself, that's what this time is here for. Everyone's getting this opportunity to see themselves and to grow. And, this whole thing, no matter what, is all about your own personal growth. This is your own opportunity. It's like the whole world is giving you this opportunity for your own soul growth. That's how you gotta look at it. Because that's it. You have this opportunity. And so, do everything you can to connect with yourself and disconnect from the false reality that has been, chaining you to it through rules and like all this virtue bullshit and, I'm better than you because I do this. I'm better than you because I do that. And now they want to say, oh, because I just got told by somebody who's waiting on some money, they said that they don't get it now unless they go get one of these. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck them and fuck that. That right there. If you are going to sell your soul for some money, don't sell it too cheap. That's all I got to say. If you haven't gone in and looked up the bad parts about this, if you just believe the good parts that the liars are telling you, then you haven't done your homework. You're not looking into shit. You're not taking care of this. Because this is relying on you to not do this. So, you really got to just get focused on yourself and break free of the structures that are holding you back from doing that. And there's a lot. And you have to think deep. And you can't just go sit and get drunk and be caught up in drama with people and think that you're going to heal, because you're not going to heal. That's a distraction. That's something to keep you from healing. You have to feel the pain and don't judge the pain. Feel the pain and appreciate the pain. The pain is showing you yourself, parts of yourself that you are unaware of. So, and I had heard that recently, like whatever emotions that are coming up in you, don't judge them. Don't get mad and be upset. Feel them, love them, appreciate them. You know, they're there as a gift for you. So, you know, you just got to get this completely different way of looking at everything, you know, from what we've been taught on this planet at this time. So, anyways, my daughter says I repeat myself too much. Maybe I do. I know I have a brain injury. That's what we do. Okay, so, and I think I keep on squinting too. I don't know, I can't see. Everything is such a blur, but there's like, I don't know how to explain it. Light and dark stuff I can see. Okay, anyways, just really turn off the TV. First thing, just turn off, stop watching the news. Get off of social media. It's all bullshit. It's all made to manipulate you. So, have a good day, and I hope you can find your truth. Talk to you later. Bye.